Uh, Dane, I think I'm going to go with you on this one. I think we're down to about 8 in here, if I'm not mistaken. 2, 4, 6. Yep, so yeah, just stay clear of the cars and don't want people walking in and out. Very simple. So I'm going to do a round robin with everybody. Like I'll do 1 or 2 round robins, and then I'll regroup us to give you all the answers and show you how it all ties together if we get anything at all. So again, just be mindful this car's going to be leaving here shortly. What word do you have? So if you hit the little white box on the right of your word, it'll give you all the words you have so far. The newest thing at the top of the list. So,
now, properly, Liberty, and 15.
oh, I'm sorry.
So top right will get you right back. Both of your buttons are on the right hand side. Easy to remember because we got the word right at the beginning of our night. And I didn't say right 15 times right there. Perfect. All right, guys, let's spread out. I'm going to keep Melissa behind with me, and I'm going to be doing round robins with everybody else to see what else is going on. Jimmy and Jerry, did you guys get anything? You didn't say anything here?
I got 5.9.
5.9. Perfect.
Okay, I think mine is 9.2. 9.4.
Nice.
Just flat.
Well, page from nothing but the enough. Perfect. Keep those numbers right. All right, so with yours, your device is going to overwrite itself every time it's circling. So we don't want to create false positives, right? So if there's Nick on there and then it circles back and changes the N to an R, now we have Rick. That's not how this works. That's not what we want. Every time you get a full row, take this guy and turn it to the left before it shows. Go ahead and turn it to the left.
All right, Megan, so your camera, a couple of the buttons.
You getting anything? Melissa, I got an orb. I got an orb flew past, like right where we are right here.
What?
An orb, like
Oh, one of those little.
it's like one of those like orb things. Oh gosh.
I got two.
That maybe he knows. He knows. Maybe he knows. Yeah, it was
ELP.
ELP.
So it's always good, right?
Yeah.
I got ham.
Ham? H-A-M?
Yeah, ham.
Huh.
Poo and ham.
Do we have ham today?
I don't need the bottom one, just the top.
D, significant for D. I got DRB, Dr. B.
That's something. Maybe that is something. You don't know.
I got Pam. Pam?
You should
Pam?
tell. You should tell Nick and see what he thinks. Dr. B.
Wag.
It's really going. Why do you turn? Oh, so it resets. Oops. Melissa, I'm getting like orbs around you. That's the second time.
Hmm?
Just little, it looks like dust particles, but it, like, there's no dust. You know? Like, just in the area. I've only got them when I'm next to you.
Yep, you're next on my list. What do you got? Oh no. Running away. What do you got now?
or DJ?
I'm gonna go with DJ on that one because DJ would be too easy to grab it with Big John. How about that? I'll be fair about it.
It just was really
Yeah, or like, I mean, you're really listening to a radio station. Paul, where are we at with the words? What do you got?
property and construction.
2 words only? Alright. So Jimmy and Jerry, remember you're starting to have these cameras. Let's get those things up and running, but you are going to try to get a view going one way or the other down the alley. So in the event that other tourists will come through here, Mike, we're going to put you on mute. When we get other tourists through here, they're going to come in through the ivy wall for the way we came in, and then any local or tourist person can walk all the way through the alley. I can't take you all the way through here because this is the first place that I've been kicked out of. You can never get a good laugh out of that, since you got a laugh out of the other place. But we're going to try to get a view going one way or the other down the alley. So if you're assumed that almost just hold it off to the side going that way down the alley, and that way you can still pay attention while we're here. This area tends to get really warm. So I'm going to speed through this as quickly as possible because remember, we're not stopping to
Do you see people walking down there?
No.
So,
I just saw somebody walk across.
all 338. I know it doesn't look like that now on a Saturday night. But
It's recording, so it's on you.
Now, with that said, this is the reason I was going to take this out of my route because it is a staple for Charleston. I didn't want to see all of the same stories that everybody else was doing. But this guy loves to follow me around town. He will show up at every location from here moving forward. You'll see why once we get to each of those new locations. Moving on. Here's why we told the story. This is Philadelphia Alley now, but it used to be called Jewelers Alley. This is where some of the duels used to occur in the city of Charleston. So, yeah, again, that's why I said let's go learn about killing people. Now, I'm going to tell you that Mike did hear the phrase medical on our way here. Here's how this story goes. A doctor moved down here from Rhode Island. His name is Dr. Joseph Brown Ladd. There's your medical. So obviously we know something medical is happening with our characters, right? So hopefully we have something else to go and tie that all together. Anyway, Dr. Joseph Brown Ladd, by the way, again, if you hear the song Brown Eyed Girl while we're here, and that's the lyric you hear, not coincidence, we hear it all the time, it's part of his name. But anyway, Dr. Ladd moves here because he's supposed to get married to his fiancée, Amanda. Amanda just inherited a lot of money from her dead parents, and she has an attorney helping her out with all of his cash flow to see this doctor. The attorney thinks that Dr. Ladd is just after Amanda's money, so he tells Amanda to get rid of the doctor. He comes here to Charleston to get rid of his money. On his way into town, he had a coachman. The coachman set him up to be robbed and killed. It's like having a really bad Uber driver in today's world, if you really want to play perfection. So somebody was walking by, seeing what was about to happen with the coachman and the newcomer. So the person walking by, his name was Ralph Isaacs. Those initials sound familiar to you guys at all? I think the same initials as where the doctor came from, Rhode Island. So with your device, well, let's say you're going to be looking for the initials RI for that exact reason. Now, since I bought that device, it's the exact reason why I bought it, by the way, is because I was getting the letters RI on Kim's device, and I wanted to clarify who does it belong to. We normally say Ralph, because that's normally when it shows up. Back to Ralph. He pulls his gun. Dude, I know this guy. He's going to try to kill you. I got friends at 59 Church Street where you can rent a room, you'll be safe and good to go. Doc took him up on the offer. The two gentlemen became friends. The longer the doctor stays here in Charleston, the more money he's making. He's proving his point. Not after Amanda's money. He's making his own. Amanda gets wind of this. She's moving down so they can be married. Dr. Ladd then became known as the Whistling Doctor. Here's why I hate the damn story. It's a giant cliche. Every haunted city you will ever visit in your entire life will have a cliched whistling ghost. Ours just happens to be a doctor. Moving forward, why are we in Jewelers Alley talking about a whistling doctor? Dr. Ladd and Ralph was he plays together. They can't sit next to each other because the doctor makes more money. That's the hierarchy of Charleston. He gets better seats. So on their way home from seeing Richard III one night, they're arguing over the new actress they just saw. Doc thought she was great, Ralph did not. The argument turns into Ralph insulting Doc's fiancée back home in Rhode Island. So it gets really ugly between the two gents, and they basically go their separate ways. Ralph then goes to see his friend with the newspaper and places an ad in the paper telling the whole city of Charleston what he thinks of the doctor. Kind of like, you're a disgrace to society kind of bullshit. Doc saw the ad, rebuttal with, let's go to Jewelers Alley. Somebody's going to die. Keep in mind, his argument started over an actress. I'd like to point that out one more time. Should have really gone back in the 1780s. Anyway, the two gents came down back to back. They put the 10 paces away from each other, and they turned. Doc points his gun in the air, shoots. Did not want to kill his friend. Just wanted to have the courage and bravery to show up to the fight, which is often what happens at a duel. However, Ralph still has his one bullet, and he puts it in the kneecap on the doctor. Doc didn't die. Friends basically dropped to the ground. Ralph proved his point. He's not willing to forgive his friend. Doc's friends picked him up, took him home to 59 Church Street, where he died 10 days later on November 2nd of 1786 after refusing medical treatment.
two things about that last statement. It's 1786. Gunshot wounds, a lot different back then than what we know of them now. Secondly, he's a doctor. He probably just thought he had lead poisoning and tried to bleed it out himself because obviously he faked it. So, every ghost story will tell you to listen for the whistles. We have 4 cameras running at this point, plus my voice recorder. If we will capture a disembodied whistle, more than likely going to show up on one of those 4 devices. So, not to say that on Tim's device that I haven't caught dozens and dozens of times on my spot checks, the whistling part of a song and the word doctor immediately thereafter from a commercial. Happens all the time during the time frame that we are in this out. So again, it shows up all the time. He does have a code word. I will let you guys know what that code word is in the event that it actually shows up. So just to let me know that he's found around. He showed his code word to me the other night. It's not a common word you would hear on the radio. So I was really excited that it actually showed up for us again. Now, if you're going to try this on your own, because again, I can't take you all the way through here because I haven't picked out in case you missed that part. Now you're down there filming. This is the second thing that I picked out. But anyway, well, actually, technically the first. We're going to do the second next. But try this on your phone with the voice recorder. If you hear a whistle in the background, just remember every local knows the damn story. Anybody walking up and down Plain Street or Cumberland, we all throw a whistle down this alley, and me included. It's just something we do here in Charleston. So just kind of keep that in mind when you guys go all the way through. Let me tell you how I got kicked out. That's the fun part. The alley didn't go all the way through, the way we came in. There used to be a wall halfway between this gate and Cumberland Street. The reason why is because this was called Cow Alley before Dueler's Alley. This is where they kept the livestock for the city of Charleston. So cows, goats, and chickens are down here, hence the name. Now, what does that mean for you guys? Why am I telling you this? They started down there and worked their way this way over the years. Those bricks are older than the ones we're standing on. Those bricks down by Queen Street are sun-dried bricks from slave children. There's a full handprint from a slave child in one of those. Stop this recording. Now,
There we go.
is it on a photo or recording?
Where that?
Oh, we're good. We're good. We're good.
Yeah.
So was that puddle that you heard a minute ago? Is that what I heard out of there?
Maybe.
Ken, just shout stuff out when you get it. Just shout stuff out when you get it. It's okay to have Tourette syndrome with that thing. Anything coming up on there now?
Got bread, rum and bread.
Rum and rice.
And is W-R-Y? That's weird, right?
Or died. I know. 7.
It's not the last birthday. It just passed July 7th. We get it here all the time. We normally get double sevens because it's July 7th.
We need your help. That's freaky. Who needs my help? 7.
There's double sevens. Well, if you get new words, just shout them out too.
Place in front, that's it.
We are the place in the front. By the way, do you guys see the light off to the left? The church put that light in there on purpose to try to deter people from taking pictures and cameras up here, so you get a light flare right where it's supposed to actually occur. But as you can see, my cameras like push right through that. That was one of the major criteria when I just bought the one that Dane was using, because again, this is only the 3rd time we've used his camera. And I needed it to pierce to be able to go through that light without any light flare. Charges are coming on. Oh, this is awesome. We've got a lot of layers. There's a lot of things on top of it.
7 again. This is not 3, 6.
You get anything?
Wild danger. Let us go.
Oh, you're doing pretty low with that one. That one can be hard for people.
Elizabeth,
Yes.
you hear that?
Yeah.
Dr. Lad's sister. I want something else to verify it. Though.
Oh, I got pride.
What about Elizabeth? Down? What is significant about Elizabeth?
Doc, if you're listening, just tell us what she did for you. It might show up on your word list, Paula.
I got chair and skip.
What's our counters look like on those cameras, gentlemen?
We're at 5:08.
For about another minute.
I got 349.
Well, we had to start yours a little bit late.
Yeah.
Now I got 19. It was 19 first.
Okay.
Then hospital twice. Experts twice. Then the number 33.
What happened with Elizabeth?
So you had 19 and then 33?
19, and then all those other words, and then 33 cents. Look at me, I don't know.
I know.
I know like every part of my body is
So hospital, and what was the other one?
expert.
Interesting. She thought I was going to skip out on her.
What?
The next ghost thought I was going to skip out on her because I don't always do her story on the weekends because we need like a lot of quiet for that particular location. And everything you just told me is kind of like, hey, don't forget me tonight.
$1?
Yeah, I thought it said like $1 million. I could have checked it, just been a pretty bad mission looking for it though. Alright, gents, let's go ahead and wrap up your bids. We're going to move down so I can explain our next two. Let's putting it back to the photo.
Alright, there we go.
Alright.
My bad. It's going to be 700 pictures.
Yeah, well, there's like 8.
When we're done, we're going to do it for 10 minutes and 10 minutes alone. You're not going to be able to hear me because you're about to hear my questions and you telling me something specific. You're going to tap you on the leg when you're done. You take off your own gear. I know what I'm saying. Now, second, you will be telling me everything you hear in real time. We're going to see how this goes. If you hear it, say it. A lot of people get in there and they forget to talk. So, again, for 10 minutes only, just don't forget to talk. Even if anything's still alright, you might help you take things, so, take the blanket, so off, so that way we can get you feeling better. Things can't happen. Yeah, you get through that. You're going to be seeing images. Have you ever done 3D before? Like virtual reality? Okay. Well, regardless of whatever you think it is not Jurassic Park where the dinosaurs are going to eat your face off. It's not going to be that type of 3D virtual reality. You're going to see a galaxy just kind of floating in the distance. You're going to stare at it, and every once in a while, a new image will appear in front of the galaxy. You're not looking for things in the galaxy. It's just there so you don't fall asleep. It's just ambient, so you're not sitting in the middle of empty darkness. So describe to us what those images look like in simple terms. 2 ladies bench tree. Keep it simple. She's going to be talking a lot, hopefully, and she's not going to hear that you're talking over her. In the event she's not saying much, I'll ask you more questions like, hey, what era are these 2 ladies from? What are they wearing? So forth and so on. But I will say your name first before I ask the question, just so you know that it's directed at you. Again, you might see 0 images. You might see 12. The average is about 4, just so you know in this kind of time frame. But we've seen 0 all the way up to 12. Just kind of giving you a gist of what to expect. All right, blindfold, headphones, crank the spirit box up. I can already hear it. Might be blurry when you get in there. This is your focus. There's a dial right there. So it makes it really fun. Sorry, I couldn't do anything about the over the head thing. That name. I need to sing that every time. That would be awesome. I don't want to hear it. Okay. It is 11:07. Dresses. Okay. Henry, if you're here, we've seen the word bell. Can you tell us the word that we normally hear out of the St. Michael Church across the street? What's the sound we normally get out of that? Let's start there. Just want to verify that you're here. Henry. There's a lot of people out tonight. Sorry about that, but I can't control Saturday nights. I always like to noise everybody.
just so you know. Dr. Ladd's code word, by the way, so everybody knows, is the word purple. So if she says purple, we definitely have doctor here, or it might even show up on your word list. We've seen that before.
I just got telescope for it.
Yeah.
Henry,
Tomorrow.
do you want to start off with what we normally start off with? I went straight into the bell question because we are already seeing answers from them. So we can start with my normal questions. Tell us about your work. What did you do for work? Your occupation. Henry? Melissa, nothing yet?
When I first put on, it was like, I don't know, it looked like a stone or something, not a tombstone, but it almost looked like nailers, like letters.
Okay. Yeah, that was it. You can start off right away. So we have one image so far. Henry, not sure what the image is that you did.
Different.
You want different questions? Is that what you're asking? Henry? Do you want to talk about? Do you want to talk about maybe a family member, your son, your wife, your father?
I know
Henry? Talk about your father. We don't always ask questions about him. Can you tell us what his name was?
Oakland.
By the way, EMS readers, we've seen triple-digit numbers in here, so if you guys see anything, let me know. We actually had a Henry? You want to tell us what your father did for a living? His father was a bookbinder, in case anybody, you guys can verify my answer. Her answer was the answer. Henry? Let's go into some images. I'm not really getting much from Kim, so give us some images. You want to tell us about your father? What are we in the blue box? Right now, what do you do for a living? Right? Henry? What images can you give us about your father? Primarily interested. Timeline?
Determined. Listen.
Henry? Is this your father in the image? Based on the way that person is dressed, we're guessing not. Okay, Henry, moving on. Let's talk about your son. We're almost at our halfway point, Henry. You haven't given us much so far. Can you tell us what holiday your son was born on? Close to no cigar. It was Christmas Eve, not Christmas Day. It's at 25. Henry, what was the holiday your son was born on? I wrote quite a few poems about it. Henry, you can give us the number of your son's birthday. I'll take that. Or the month. Henry, let's go back to an image if you can. Still struggling to get actual verbal answers. That was the year his son died. Henry? continue on with the side. Can you give us his name? Something specific about him? Cap 67. The year he died. I'm second guessing myself if that was the year he died or the year he was born. Henry? Can you give us an image of the holiday he was born on? We'll all recognize it. We still celebrate it the same way that you did.
Freedom. You.
Henry?
SOS.
Doing really well, by the way. I was worried about her.
Shot and killed.
More Trump stuff, but we'll have the murder mystery nearby. Henry? Too noisy out here for you tonight? It's a yes, no question.
I got it. She said that.
Let's see, that's okay. They're looking around. They know we have something new. Henry, she didn't say anything.
Yeah.
Why is he nice?
Henry, get back to you. Can you give us an image?
It looks like what's happened to his trees.
Okay, anything specific about these trees?
Um,
You guys all know what I'm looking for, right? Right.
it looks like a little like 2, 3
Look, look.
Very
Time.
good, Henry.
Time.
this time next year.
And we're running out of time. We're down to about a minute and a half. You gotta make it quick if you got anything to say. I've asked you a lot of questions. You can answer any of them.
It looks like an insect wing. Or like a
You can look straight ahead again and it'll line up with you. Just so you know. She kept turning and turning and turning. I'm like, what's happening? Yeah, it'll line up with you. You gotta give it a minute. Henry, we're gonna wrap things up. It's your last minute to give us any more information of the questions I've asked. Dr. Ladd, if you were here, you can give us your code word in this last minute and a half. Wow, boy. Henry, would you like us to leave and go home? Henry? Super quiet, no images, Melissa? That's kind of short. Henry going once? Going twice? Let's get her tapped up. Listen, peel that thing off your face. Let's take a look at these images you saw. Yeah. Alright, you do have a button next to your volume. I want you to click the button on your spirit box and turn your machine off. This way we know that the last 10 minutes came from this session. I think everybody can agree that this session did not give us much, right? So I think you guys can all agree with that. I hope you appreciate the honesty yet again. Let's take a look at the 3 images that you did see. Yeah, this thing is